Alright, before we get started with our big volleyball tournament, we must cover the rules of volleyball. First, the objective is to score as many points as possible. In our PE unit, our game is going to be played to 15 points, and it's going to be rally scored points. That means every time a team serves, either one team or the other team will receive a point. Gameplay. Each game begins with one team serving from behind the end line in the back right corner. Players will then send or volley the ball back and forth over the net, trying to prevent the opposing team from returning it. Next, we're going to cover service faults. These occur when the server does something he or she's not supposed to do, and the ball will turn over to the other team. The first one is server contacts the end line. The server must stay completely behind the end when serving the ball and only come onto the court or touch the line after the ball has been served. 2, the ball touches or passes under the net. The ball must go over the net, and in my class, it must not touch the net either. Another service fault is when the ball touches a serving team member before going over the net. The ball must clear the net without anybody on the service team making contact with it. Also, the ball lands outside the court is another service fault. It must land in the court. Lines are in volleyball. Just remember that. Lines are in. The same player will continue to serve into committing a fault. After a legal serve, teams will volley back and forth, hitting the ball up to 3 times before sending it to the other side. Remember, you're only allowed to have 3 hits on each side before the ball has to clear the net. Volley continues until one of the following occurs. Number 1, the ball hits the floor or the ground. Number 2, the ball is hit by a team more than 3 times in a row. The ball is hit consecutively by the same player. You may not hit the ball 2 times in a row. You may hit it the first and third hit, but not the first and second or the second and third. Number 4, the ball is touched by an opponent reaching under the net. Number 5, the ball touches a player below the waist. That means absolutely no kicking the volleyball. Number 6, the net or standards are touched by a player. You may not touch the net at any time during play. And number 7, a player completely crosses the center line to play the ball. You must stay on your own side of the net. You cannot go under the net onto the opposing team's side. Number 8, the ball hits out of bounds. Remember, I said this once before, the lines are in. If the ball touches even a little bit of the line, it is considered in and playable. And number 9, a team is out of position during service. And we'll talk about rotation at the end of the slide. The things we just talked about are called team faults. Team faults will result in point for the opposite team that did not commit the fault. And the team that did not commit the fault gets the serve. That's also called a side out. Now we're going to talk about how we rotate. We always rotate clockwise. The person in the back right corner is the server, and we rotate accordingly, clockwise all the way around. This is a setup for a 6-player rotation. And this is how we will align ourselves. If it's a 7-player rotation, we have 3 in the front line, 3 in the back line, 1 in the middle. And this is how we rotate if we have 7 players on our team for the day. In an 8-player rotation, we'll have 3 students up in the front line, 3 players in the back line, and 2 in the middle. We also again rotate clockwise. The middle person will become a server on the right side, and on the left side, the middle person will go to the front row. Good luck in the tournament and have a good time. It's supposed to be a fun event. You guys have been practicing hard, and I can't wait to see your skills put to use in the tournament.